When you realize that a big deal you're expecting to close is not happening, does that trigger your emotions? And do you really have control of your emotions? Take this example. A vice president of sales and a national account manager went to San Francisco to renew a $5 million contract. Their customer wanted all contracts to be reduced by 8% so they can get into the black. My client could not offer an 8%. What they decided to do was to restate their value proposition and show them how they can save them more than the 8% without actually getting the 8%. They brought that proposal into the meeting, and that trained negotiator looked at the proposal, realized there was no 8% decrease, and in front of everyone, he ripped it up in half, threw it on the floor, and stomped on it and said, "Over my dead body will I sign this." The vice president whispered to the national account manager, "It's time to go." And the national account manager was triggered. He's saying, "How can we go? It's the biggest deal. We can't leave this." And the VP of sales said, "Listen, it's either a tactic to capitulate us, to decrease our price, or he's really ticked off. Either way, he's not listening." So they came back to New Jersey, and the first thing they did was call me. And after asking a few questions, I gave two suggestions to the VP. Number one, they were working on the wrong issue, negotiating on the wrong issue, and they had to pivot to the right issue, and I showed them how to do it. And number two, leave the national account manager behind. Why? Because he was at loggerheads with the other negotiator, and until you remove that obstacle, you will not move forward. He accepted both ideas, went into the meeting, stated that if a deal was going to be done, it's going to be today because he has the power to do so. And then he pivoted to the real issue, restated the value proposition that was finally heard, and within 2 hours, he got a renewal of the $5 million contract. So the question is, we're all going to hear bad news as a leader or as a salesperson. And when you do, over something that you are really counting on, and you're thinking about the negative impacts it's going to have on you, do you get triggered? The answer is yes, we all do. But now the question becomes, what do you do when you do get triggered? Do two things. One, remove yourself from the situation so you can see it more objectively. And two, call in a neutral party who can see it from a different lens, who hopefully can help you figure out a better path forward to get to where you want to be. That's today's Velocity Mindset message. Please be good to yourself and others, and I'll see you in a couple of days.